These days, I encounter a lot of people who are atheists, agnostics, or who simply say, I don't belong to any religion. But the truth is that you do belong to a religion that is work culture. We call it culture, but it's actually religion. Because if you think about it, where do you go every day? You go to church every day from morning till evening, and you come back home, eat food, prepare for church the next day, and then you go to church again, Monday till Friday. Religious people at least only go to church one day a week. And the rest that they believe in is family or different values, not money. They do not believe in money. Because they go to church whether they get money or not. If they're poor, they go to church. If they're rich, they go to church. People who believe in money and work, they only go to church because of money and work. So even if we hate our current culture or so-called, I don't actually want to call it religion, but let's call it sub-religion. Our so-called sub-religion has dominated the whole world, where more and more people say, I don't believe in religion. To me, it sounds like it was manufactured to get you away from something more meaningful, more loving, more caring, somewhere where you would go whether you have money or not. But to work, you don't go to work just for fun, just because you believe in work. Unless, of course, you live in a tribal community, then it would explain, yes, you go to work to help others, to help people in your community. Everybody helps each other. That's a different thing. But these days, all we do is work. Our culture is work. Our sub-religion is work. And people just want to break out of it, but they have no ways to break out of it because this is how the world is run. This is how we all live. There's no way out of it. This is the second Spanish Inquisition. If you do not get to work, the Inquisition will come for you. They will take your house, your food, your clothes. No, they'll probably leave you with the most basic things, of course. Some clothes, some form of food, as in many dystopian fictional futures. Well, this is all paintings of what we're going through in our minds, what we can relate to, the pictures in our minds we can relate to because we feel oppressed, we feel we have no way out, we feel we're the lower class or the middle class, everything is burdened on top of us, and we still participate in this subculture, in this sub-religion. Another thing I notice is that a lot of people consider themselves sick, depressed, anxious, I've already mentioned this, due to the effects of capitalism. They consider themselves the weak ones, the sick ones, even though it's just their inner beings, their inner souls screaming for help because they want out of the system. And they have been conditioned by the people around them, by work, by culture, by this sub-religion, that what they feel and think is wrong, and they're sick, and this is what they're meant to do their whole life, and if they think any different, then they're sick. They need to become like the rest. They have no time for anything. They cannot help themselves, and they cannot help others. And if you consider this person healthy, well, it's not healthy, but they're also not sick. They're not sick because they think that what is happening is wrong. They're sick because their feelings are suppressed. And you have a lot of people seeking ways out, trying to escape by any form of escapism. So we flee into virtual reality, into books, movies, games. A lot of people love traveling or any kind of more decadent things that you can think of. And I'm not condemning this. I'm just saying this is how it is. Because our minds want to be liberated. Our minds want to be liberated. We want to be free. We want to break out of this. And the people who are not outwardly sick, they probably have some coping mechanisms. And they probably have also family and friends that keep them tied into this reality in their head where it's like, okay, everybody does this, everybody loves me, I'm okay. But put them in a room for 2 days on their own, they're probably going insane. Because they don't have the systems that tell them, okay, this is good, everybody's doing the same, everybody's feeling the same. Once they stop having these systems, this permanent affirmations telling them that everything they're doing is what everybody else is doing and it's all good, everything is the way, don't watch the news, don't believe in the conspiracies, don't trust religion, you're okay, just go to work, do your thing, come back home, cook yourself dinner, get ready for work the next day. Participate in this subculture. I wanted to say subhuman culture, which could also be true. Sub-religion. Subhuman religion. I have no words to call this anymore. I only know that it's not right. Because our spirits are suppressed. And we are burned out, we're depressed, we're anxious. We tell ourselves that we are sick because other people tell us we're sick. And we keep deluding ourselves, and not even in a good way. Although some people delude themselves in a good way, saying, oh, I will be rich, and I will be famous, and everything will be good if I just keep working, I'm gonna buy myself a house. What do you need that house for? What do you need all these possessions for? What do you need that for? It's like the fish dangling in front of you when you already have a full belly. When you're not hungry, the fish doesn't do anything to you. What is this house? What is this wealth doing to you? What is this monetary wealth doing to you? It's just some tease of some future that you're supposed to have that's going to be so great. It's like the stories in the commercials that are told to you, that you will have this amazing life with all these delicate feelings. You know, there's all these commercials that are cinematically almost better than movies because they have all these subtle messages and all these lights that hit just the right way. And they give you this feeling that you can be anything, anywhere, and you can do whatever you want because you have money and you're rich and you have influence and power and all that. But then you forget that you already are everything. You already have everything. What are you chasing this carrot for? You already have everything. And once they take everything away from you, well, that makes you free. It was Solzhenitsyn who said that if they take everything from you, they make you free again. Once you're free, you realize the carrot is just a carrot. It's just bait that they try to control you with. And that's why, actually, you will never be without anything. Because they will always give you something to hold on to cling on to. Otherwise, they would lose control of you. It's like some breadcrumbs that lure you to the carrots or the breads or whatever you want to call it that they have you chasing. In the end, it's money. In the end, it's this society culture of going to work, earning money, being productive, producing things in enormous amounts that we can never all consume. That half of, well, maybe not half, but a part of will always be trash in the landfills of the world. In the end, they always have to give you something to chase. And you participate in this sub-religion. You go to your church and believe in it. And if you don't believe in it, they will tell you that you're sick. But if you don't believe in God, now that's another thing. That's a personal choice. You don't believe in work? That's heretic. You need to continue to go to work, to your church, and pray to your God, which is money. And if you stop doing that, you better be prepared for the breadcrumbs.